Well, I thought I was about done out here, other than spreading out the ashes, but the owner laid the house out and the garage up there a little different. Now I got to clear some more, so I'm going to run up there. Came over here this afternoon and take a few trees down, see if I can stir those ashes around a little bit and maybe burn a little bit this afternoon. If not, at least have a pile ready for first thing in the morning. All right, so this is what I have. Here is the garage here now. It was placed right there, which put about 5 feet of fill on one side. And I just told him it was not gonna be practical to put it there. It needs to be more of a level spot like this right here. So now, that being said, that puts the garage pretty much right here at the woods. He wants about a 50-foot buffer around it. So I'm gonna go in right here, grab all this stuff right here, and then come back out right there. So just take this whole swath out right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on taking some of that out, piling it up. The wind keeps changing. I think I'm just gonna wait till first thing in the morning to burn that. The wind's got a few gusts today and it's calling for a pretty calm tomorrow. So I'll just wait and burn it then. So working on this stuff right here. Get these little trees taken down. Laid on the ground over here. I did put one grapple full on a hot spot fire over there just to see what would happen. I'll probably put another one on there, and worst case, all it'll do is dry it out tonight so that I'll at least have some drier brush to try to get the fire started with in the morning. So we shall see how that works. I just spotted in the woods. If you look real close to that left bucket tooth, about 5 feet in the woods, is a blue and black balloon. I can't believe it's taking me this long to find one. That is definitely a balloon. I didn't think I could do this whole job and not find one. Grab a few more of these trees and then call it a day. It's already after 5, but at least I got a head start. And put a couple grapplefuls on the fire and let it dry out some. Maybe burn a little bit. Looks like the wind's blowing back this way, so it won't smoke anybody out. There's nothing in that direction for a long ways. Mild. Back here this morning, it looks like my brush that I threw on the fire up there yesterday, it doesn't look like it did much. So I'm gonna go down here to this first pile this morning, scrape up some of that nice dry brush, go up there, rake those ashes around, and to be sure I can get a fire going. Fingers crossed. Remember that great big stump I dug up on day one? Well, there she is. She don't want to give up just yet. Take it up here to the fire and put it in there and let it burn down what it's going to do out of that, and then probably whatever's left is going to end up in a hole. That's a massive chunk of wood. It's a lot smaller than it was, but it's still a hefty piece of stump right there. The fire seems to be burning pretty good now. I'm gonna go up there and get another grapple full of stuff I took down. Just kind of keep all that piled up and burning down, and everything should be good to go. Finish taking some more trees down. Just getting as much done as I can. Come back after lunch later on today. I'll probably hop on the dozer and start spreading some of this stuff out, getting everything graded out. So I grabbed all the brush that I took down yesterday and raked through that pile down there. Got some dry sticks and everything. Came over here and got this fire back going. Of course the sun's shining right in it, so it's kind of hard to see. Stuff's, you know, green. Took it down yesterday, but it should burn no more than it is. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but I'm gonna go up here. Unfortunately, majority of it's those pine trees, and they burn the worst of everything. These hardwood trees burn a lot faster and cleaner, but I gotta go around, and I got about half of it cleared yesterday, finished clearing that right there this morning. Let's go put some on the fire. So wind is blowing in this direction, which I'm happy for now because there's nothing back here. And that's also putting those embers blowing across all this dirt and not towards that one house over there. A big grapple full here. Go push that up a little bit. Probably need to get on the other side to keep the wind out of my face. But like clockwork, as soon as you pull up to a fire, the wind will change direction to wherever you are standing. It's just how it works. It's how it's always going to be. Blows in this direction, I am not too worried about smoke at all. So I'm gonna go and grab this other grapple full and go ahead and get that on there and burning. It's little stuff like this where it really takes a lot of time, because you're taking down trees that haven't had time to dry out and trying to get them to burn, and I swear it takes longer to clear a little spot like this than it does a big area. Because it's starting to get a little dry, so therefore I can't, you know, have a huge raging fire. This stuff's green, so it doesn't want to burn that great. And that was pretty much done burning, so therefore I'm not really set up to burn right now. But I got another job to go to, so gotta get it done. And did. It's not like it's going to dry out enough to burn any better in 2 days. I'm hoping to be done with this project, so I can grade everything out and all that. Trees of this size are the worst because, as you see, they just break into little giblets. The hardwood trees normally stay together, but the pine trees break into all these little giblets. You just got to push them down there and fill in a low spot with it. But it's burning good now. Toast. That might burn up some more of that stump. I bet there'll still be some stump left though. That old stump don't want to give up that easy. So, last but not least, while that's burning down, I got everything cleared. The customer wanted me to go over the area that they mulched, dig all the stumps up, so that this land can actually be used for stuff and not have humongous stumps like that in it. So taking a few minutes or hours to rake over all this, pull the stumps out, and I have to blade over it, try to make this look decent with 3-foot chunks of logs left in it. All that. So I just kind of rake back and forth, and whenever the bucket hits something, you can tell. But then I end up with all that, and it's very hard to grade that out. It does make decent topsoil, so I'll just probably spread it out, track it in. It will rot down now that it's kind of mixed in with the dirt. The fire caught up pretty good and it's not smoking so bad. That old green pine, boy does that stuff smoke bad until it gets hot. Back and forth. Grab the stumps I ripped up and try to chunk them into a pile that I can push with the dozer. Felt the ones right there. Big one. So all these stumps are still in the ground, and most of them would start to sprout back. now that one's stuck in the cutting edge. It'll come out eventually. Way over here. Rake around a little more, and then I'll find about 50 more with the dozer that I've missed. So the reason I use the excavator instead of blading over this with a dozer to start with is they're all ground flush with the ground, and when you just not get it run over with the dozer, it's hard to actually find them. The blade just kind of skims over them or buries them in the mulch. So if I can kind of come through here and break the ones I can find out first, that way when I kind of spread the mulch out, kind of done. Raking and plucking through this, getting everything out. Back from lunch. Looks like the pile is burnt down pretty good. I'm gonna go up there and stack it up. I'm gonna grab that last little bit from right here, stack that up, and then probably, I gotta go up there and finish stumping. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's go finish stumping after that. So I've raked through here, and that's all the stumps that I found, which is a fair amount. I'm gonna rake these up with the excavator. Burn pile is burning down really nicely. I need to go ahead and get all these little stumps on there so they can burn down, and probably come back tomorrow and spread those ashes out. I can come up here with the dozer and start blading over all this and getting it cleaned up. Ashes. Can't even touch anything. Hopefully the leaf blower's got some juice in it. Blow some of that dust off. So I stayed here till, it's actually after 7 p.m. trying to get as much done as I could. I got some other stuff I need to do elsewhere before it rains this weekend. But all that is done now. I'm not touching any more of that. Ended up taking all that mulch and kind of spreading it up there along the tree line. That stuff's an absolute nightmare to try to grade out and make look nice after hitting about 50 more stumps and digging those up. That was a royal pain, but it is done now. And I've spread out that middle pile and end pile all down there in that bottom. So owner didn't want to bury anything since there's not a whole lot of topsoil out here. We decided to take it down there to that low area and spread it out down in there. That way whatever sticks and roots can rot down in the ashes, and it will eventually be a nice bit of topsoil down there. Everything is pretty much burnt up that I cleared today. I just went over here with the dozer and shoved that up real quickly, so that should burn down tonight. Big old fateful stumps, a little bit of it's left right there in the back. It's down to about, I don't know, a 3-foot diameter piece, so that should burn down some more tonight, and I'll just dig a hole and bury what's left of that one stump there tomorrow. Just, it's been burning since day one. Just a lot of wood there. And then I'll just take these ashes right here and scatter them down here and finish filling in down there with it. Cut this little ridge out, cover all that up, and it'll look nice and dandy. So about another 3 or 4 hours tomorrow and I should be done. So back here this morning, I should be able to get all this finished up before lunchtime. I'm gonna grab the excavator, go ahead and rake that ash pile out so it's not so brutal on the dozer. A little bit left of that big stump, I'm gonna bury it down here in the bottom against the tree line where it's out of sight, out of mind. Won't hurt anything down there. And then other than that, pretty much everything is done. Finished grading that out. All this, just trying to get it all rough graded out. He's gonna come out here and throw some grass seed on it later this afternoon. And no need to finish grade everything till the road's put in, house, building. You know, it's probably a couple year process on all this. So just trying to get everything leveled out and get it where some grass can grow, and then do some different phases here and there. So I got to push all that down the hill, then I'll go over there where my truck and the dozer is, cut all that and grade it and push it back, and just kind of push all that dirt over top of the ashes and roots that I put there in that bottom. everything up there is now pushed down here into a windrow. I've got that kind of little low area right in there packed full, and I am finishing off this front section right here, pushing it down, and then I'll take this cleaner dirt and just kind of cap over those dirt, root, and ashes right in there, and everything should level up pretty nicely here pretty soon. Well, that's going to be a wrap. Everything is spread out and leveled off the best that I could. This stuff up here with all that mulch in it, I just kind of spread it out the best I could, but all in all, I think it looks pretty good, and it is ready for some grass seed. So somewhere like right in here all the way to about midway was where that trail was cut up. This was mulched from like, I don't know, straight across here to about right here in front of the dozer. So all that was cleared. This was previously mulched. I had to come through here and rake through it all, get the stumps out, grade it out, ended up clearing some. Actually, I take that back. The tree line ended right here at these stakes because that's all the extra I cleared right there. So it was just this area right here that was mulched. And then I ended up clearing all that out and just kind of keep adding a little bit to it. But it's all done now, and it's kind of laid out where his house and shop's going to go. So next thing will be end up putting a road in here later at some point in time up to here so they have access, and then he can start his house. I'll get a video from down there looking up this way. All completed. Got the rake back on the dozer, both machines cleaned off, ready to go to the next big project that's coming up. So this is about where that trail was, and cleared it all the way up there to the house lot.